homeschool days are simple. I have a preschooler and a kindergartner, and in this season, especially while being pregnant, I've learned that we don't need long hours to have good learning time. We use the Peaceful Press's Nourishing Nature Kindergarten, and it gives us a really gentle structure without tons of pressure. Most days we're finished by 10 or 11 in the morning, and that's just kind of perfect for us in this season. So I'm just going to kind of show you what a day of our homeschool looks like. This particular day, I ended up prepping for the day the morning of, which usually I like doing the night before, but sometimes it's just like that. I like to send the kids outside before school. I feel like they are ready to focus a lot better after they get some wiggles out and some fresh air. That's just kind of what I've noticed is the best way to do it. Doesn't happen every day, but those are my favorite days because they just seem a little bit more refreshed and ready for the day. The nature theme that we're learning right now for this month is meadows. And this particular day we were focusing on butterflies, which is actually really special because last summer we had some monarchs in our yard and we got to watch the whole process, so my girls kind of knew about all of that, so it was fun to look back on our actual experience of observing the monarchs from last year. Something I do add on top of the curriculum is adding in a Bible story or devotional each day, and then we pray for our school day, and then we start off by doing some memorizing songs like the alphabet, counting by ones, counting by twos, counting by fives, the colors of the rainbow, the days of the week, the months of the year, and this has been really fun for my 3-year-old as well. Another one that we've done is learning the Lord's Prayer, and now we're moving on to Psalm 23. But as you can see, each day kind of comes with a either a letter or a word that we're going through, and then an activity, some art to look at or an art project to do, and then a few phonics worksheets or color worksheets or math worksheets. It's all very simple and not super pressured, which I really appreciated. I definitely lean on the side of not rushing things at this age in learning, so it just seemed to fit our needs really well. Lessons are pretty short, and I usually stop them before they feel too heavy or overwhelming. My preschooler joins in at her level and just kind of does other modified activities while we're doing the more worksheet work, or she'll play with magnet tiles on the floor, or go to her room and play, or play outside while we do some things that aren't quite her level, or do art. She really loves watercolors right now. This day I decided to do school outside because it really just fit perfectly with the lesson. I've done that a handful of times, and it's just a really great way to switch things up. But most days we are doing school around the table. But yeah, again, I love that this curriculum helps us live the lesson out. The day after this, we went outside to pick a bunch of flowers, and the day before, we made a little bug terrarium with a jar and fabric piece with a rubber band, and we found a praying mantis, and then the girls found a roly-poly, and it was just fun doing things. And then this day, we made a little butterfly feeder with some simple syrup and just used a lid. I had to do most of this part because it was a little difficult making the hole in the jar lid, and then use some string to hang it up, fill it up with some simple syrup. And as I'm recording this, yesterday we hung up a little hummingbird feeder and made peanut butter pine cone bird feeders and hung those up as well. So we're constantly doing stuff that gets us outside and gets us observing nature in a real way. It kind of makes it seem like we're constantly learning when we're outside in our backyard because there's constant reminders of school. On this day, since our focus was butterflies, we actually were asked in the curriculum to plant some seeds for some milkweed flowers, which butterflies love. I'll show some clips from our milkweed last year, like I talked about a bit ago, from our summer garden. It was just so fun. So I'm hoping these seeds sprout and we get lots of butterflies in our yard. Thanks for spending the morning with us. I'll see you in the next one.